All right. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon. We're just gonna get you guys to introduce yourself, maybe at the end of this presentation. But this is our Flowealth Academy LMS Launch Volunteer Orientation, I'll say. We did put out the notification that we needed volunteers to be part of building our learning management system. So that's the meaning of LMS, is a learning management system. And you have shown interest to be part of that team and group of people that be working together, coming up with ideas, and from the project's beginning stage to the end of execution and um presenting it out to the general public, including, training, user training, and all the other pieces that comes with the project. It's also a very good opportunity for the volunteers to get hands-on experience with launching an IT system or a software, from beginning stage to the very end. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the Flowealth Academy. We're just going to go over what we do. And as we keep going over this, you'll see how all of this tie into the software and the tool we're trying to create, because we definitely need tools to be able to manage all that we do. After this, we'll go over the different rules that we need, and we will hear from you and we can schedule our next meeting. But you'll be hearing from us after this presentation with the different groups. You're going to be grouped depending on your area of expertise, and we'll let you know at what point you come in. Most likely you come in either at the beginning stage, at the end stage of the project, but we'll all let you know. Okay, so about Flowealth Academy, we have a vision, we have a purpose. We're not just um every other learning institution, but our main aim is we're committed to empowering low-income earners, immigrants, and underserved community that do not ordinarily have the finance or the opportunity to get IT knowledge, tech knowledge, and some really high in-demand skill that they might not be able to access. So that's kind of where we come in. So we come in by giving them the opportunity to be able to gain this knowledge by giving them different payment option. And also we do run scholarships depending on the areas we go to. So we are currently focused on Africa, Canada, the US, Europe. Their youths, their immigrants, their underserved community, as well as their low-income earners. So let me just go to the next stage. So what are our core the mission? So our motto is skill beyond borders, opportunities without limits. So that's because we don't want your location to restrict your skills, as well as we don't want you to be limited in terms of opportunities because you don't have the skills that you need. So we are very focused on global reach by empowering individuals across the continent with globally relevant skills. Accessible education, we do provide our education digitally and ensure that it is high quality. The remote work focus, we're focused on ensuring that learners get remote job opportunities. So most of our courses are focused on remote work. That's why we focus on IT and a few other digital skills. Then we do have certified expertise to provide this knowledge to our students. So our mission is to provide affordable, accessible, and high-quality digital education that empowers low-income earners, immigrants, Nigerian youth to build profitable careers, gain global certification and access remote work opportunity. So here are a few of the skills that we offer. So the first one is the tech and digital skills. We have our cybersecurity course and ethical hacking. So we are currently having the June cohort ongoing right now. That we're launching the digital analysis on Power BI in September, software engineering, web development, UI UX, mobile app development. So these are the courses that and programs that we offer. Digital marketing, AI tools for remote work and business. Then under the business and entrepreneurship, we have the e-commerce and drop shipping, affiliate marketing and influencer branding, Airbnb and short-term renter, content monetization, which is very strategic for business and entrepreneurship. So then vocational and creative, we are hoping to launch this in the future, fashion design and tailoring, catering and baking for income, phone and laptop repair, photography and videography. Then specialized programs that we have is a Learn Now, Pay Later that we already have ongoing, and that's a program where students are able to learn now by just paying a little administrative fee, and they can pay the tuition fee later. So that's part of our strategy for ensuring that, financial barrier, it's not a limitation for you to gain the skills you need to get to the remote job, tech job, or the job you need. Then we have Tech for Women. So that's our Code Africa. It's a foundation um that we have to provide tech, like the word say, tech for girls in Africa, women in Africa, because the rates at which when it comes to male and female in the tech industry, and I believe it's almost all over the world, is we have more male in tech than women. So, but for our foundation, Tech for Women, it's more of providing them with the skills. So we have different programs we'll be giving to them, different webinars, and it's all for free. Then we have the Remote Job Accelerator for Nigerian youths, and that is another foundation that we have to boost remote job, and that offers very free trainings and free guidance on how to access remote jobs. Then Immigrant Upskill Program. This is our non-for-profit located in Canada, US, and the UK, where we help immigrants to upskill. And we'll also be launching this soon. So yeah, just a few services that we offer. Some have started, some have not started, but we're ensuring that we're going to hope that with the learning management system that we have in place, we're able to launch some of these courses on there. So what is the strategy that we hope to go with to grow and to impact? So the first one is our flexible financing. We mentioned that our goal is to serve a certain community, not just everyone. People are either immigrants, they need to catch up with, the job market in the new country that they're in, underserved communities that are normally some of these knowledge will not get to, and low income earners. Maybe you don't even have a job right now, and you just want to get started to get a job. So we just kind of help you through it to be able to ensure that you have the skill needed, because having a job is not about going to school anymore. It's about having the skill to be able to achieve or to even do the job. And you need experience to do that too. So that's part of our strategy: flexible financing, remote job placements. Some of our programs give you the access to get remote job at the end of the program. We walk you through all of that process. Free boot camp, community mentorship. So we do have our team in place. We have a leadership team, we have our operation team, and extended network of people. So we have ambassador in different countries, as well as alumni and coaches. So most of our team members are volunteers. This particular volunteer LMS system, we made it Canada specific because I know that some other people still joined, but most of our people, most of the people joining us for these learning management system projects will be based in Canada because we want to control the time zone as well as the quality of work that we want to do. So yes, part of our extended network are our very qualified, very knowledgeable volunteer team that also are very driven by our vision, very driven by what we do, and they want to be part of what we do, and they're part of our volunteer team. So driving profit. So how do we even make money? At the end of the day, we still have to run, we still have to make money. We rely on the income sharing agreement, and it's more on pay now, sorry, learn now and pay later. So obviously we just charge a very little administrative fee, and depending on the country, it's not available to all countries. Our income sharing agreement is only available in Africa, and that's because we see that that is we'll have more struggling population there to afford tech programs. However, we do have installment payments for those that need to you can't really pay your tuition fee in one piece, so we give you the option to pay instrumentally. Then some programs are also sponsored by NGOs. Then we have students that pay directly, and those that want to do internship with us, we do charge a fee for that. So yeah, so we do have policies and procedures. Obviously, we have our equity admission policy. So what we are hoping is I'm giving you guys all of this breakdown because all of this is going to make up our learning system. There's just going to be processes. Students are able to log in, they're able to view documents, they're able to view their profiles, their progress, and those are the things that you will be coming together to plan as a team. Then payment structure, participation requirements. So all of these are policies and procedures that we have in place. Refund policy, internship and job access for quality assurance. Now, this is a very important piece, and this talks about where we are going and what we're hoping to achieve. So our goal is to train 100,000 students by 2030. Now, what that means is if we have to train 100,000 students, it same means that definitely part of this is going to come from 50%. We're hoping it's going to come from low income students because that is where we are driven towards. We're not driven towards just ensuring that everyone pays. We want to meet the needs of that group of people. Then 30% is going to come from the ISA students. So ISA is income sharing agreements, and that's an agreement you sign with us to take our courses now. And when you get a job, you pay instrumentally as you get paid. Then the remaining 20% is going to be direct tuition for students that are able to afford it and pay immediately. So we hope to achieve these 10,000 students by 2030. And part of our internal team have broken this down in little chunks, and we're already working on it. So we currently have our cybersecurity training ongoing, and we have a lot of students interested in that currently taking it. So we are already working towards our goal. However, we noticed that having a learning management system will take us faster into achieving that. And that is where you come in to get that system in place and also to be part of this vision that we're running with. believe I'm going to the next slide. Okay, so this talks about how our classes are going to be delivered, scholarship-based training, the ISA model, which I already explained, then standard training. And we talked about the different class of people that we hope to reach out to. So for the scholarship-based training, it's not just everyone. It's, it's certain group of people, orphans, widows, low-income youth, and in specific countries. And the countries are mostly like uh, I don't want to say third world country, but low income countries that obviously they need it, you know, the need is there for this particular service. Then the ISA model is we are focusing on low income but willing learners. So they need to have at least something to pay just for the registration, and they're willing to learn, and obviously they are willing to work after they learn. Then the standard training is for working class mid-income learners. Okay, so this talks about our estimated revenue over the years. Hopefully, we're able to raise money and we're able to get a student interested in what we do. And definitely this particular model, we're going to have a lot of people um opting into it based on what I've showed you on how we're going to be organizing our classes and what our goals are. So I'm going to take questions from you. But before I do that, I'm going to talk about the learning management system and what the expectations are. I did share a picture on the Zoom, but let me pull that up. Let me just get that up here. Let me just share the photo. Hopefully you can see that screen where it is. Okay. So can you see the picture I'm showing you guys right now? You can just give me a thumbs up if you can. Just to be sure I'm not just sharing. Okay, good. Awesome. So this talks about what we're hoping to do. So what we're looking for is project managers. We have a lot of people interested in all of these roles. So after this meeting, you'll be getting another email grouping you in different areas based on the interest you have indicated. Then you set up meetings together. You set up meetings together and get started. So we have project managers, and what we're hoping is, as a project manager, you're able to lead teams and timelines. Then business analysts, you map out the user needs and the workflows. And data analysts, you track the insights and the improve outcome. There'll be a lot of testing because we currently already have students on our doing our program. So you'll be having users test this product. Then UI UX assistant will help shape, the interface, the look of our system. Now we haven't, I'm not sure if any one of you have been in a project before. We had a lot of experienced people join us. So most of you are very experienced with projects. But one of the things we haven't decided, although we do have an idea of what we need or what is going to work, but we're going to leave it up to you to come up with that idea is if we're going to be using an off-the-shelf product or if we're going to be using a custom software. So that is going to be up to the project team to decide. There's definitely going to be a lot of research happening when you guys are working together, and that is the fun of it. Then, so the LMS admin, they will be in charge of uploading and testing, the like our trainings, managing the course content. Then we have the support and quality assurance, which is QA. The guide the user, the test for quality. So a lot of you have actually indicated the different roles that you really, really want to work in. Then we have the graphics and course creators. They create the courses based on their area and their area of specialization, because we want to ensure that we're giving high quality training, not just anything out there. High quality training. Yeah. So our current cybersecurity training, we currently have a guy in Edmonton training our students on that. Very, very I am actually part of that training too. Very knowledgeable. So we want to ensure that even our tutors, our trainers, our course creators know what they do. They have very good knowledge of what they're delivering. Now, what is it for you coming in? Number one, obviously, you're going to be gaining experience. That is something that companies don't give you. I know that I've applied for jobs in the past, and one of the things that people struggle with is when they ask you, do you have 20 years of experience? And you're like, I'm just 25. And you want me to have 20 years of experience. That means I started working maybe at 5 years old, which is, yeah, I don't know who works at 5 years old, but yeah, I'm sure that's very, very extreme. So one of the things you'll be gaining for sure is experience, and companies will not trust you with their system, with their IT system, will be part of their inner team to be able to develop system, but they want you to have that experience, which is, and a lot of people that actually are volunteering with us, we're really excited about the fact that a lot of you have experience from different companies that you're bringing in to make this possible for the audience and for the end users that we're hoping to reach. And I just want to mention this, part of our scholarship um, package for people that cannot really afford this training is because this is going to be digital, obviously. Some areas will not have access to 24-hour Wi-Fi service, but part of our scholarship provide those needs. So your job is just to get them the system, depending on where you've indicated. If you are like a course creator, you're giving them that value as well. So yes, let's talk about the benefits. The benefits to you. At the end of this project, you'll be getting a certificate from us. Definitely, we want you to be committed to the time that you have said you are available. If you're available for 15 hours in a week, we track that. We track our volunteer tasks. We track their progress. So we track all of this. At the end of the day, at least you should be getting 80% of the work in terms of even availability. I'm looking for the word, but yes, like just being available and meeting deadlines. So to be able to get our volunteer certificates, you have to be on top of things. You have to be there from the beginning of the project to the end of the project, because we want to reward you for a job well done. So you have to finish what you start. Then we give you LinkedIn endorsements. A lot of you need endorsements to say how great you are in working in projects. We provide that. Then yes, you get reward. Ed tech experience is so valuable. Just having to create an IT solution, I would say this is one thing that a lot of companies are looking for, and you'll be getting that as part of this thing. Then we do have weekly webinars, although we restrict that to only our volunteers. So as part of this team, you will have the opportunity to be part of our webinars that we do trainings on. We teach a lot of things on our webinars. So you're part of that. Then future job priority, we hire internally as well. If opportunity comes, then we consider you. We'll look at where you've worked so far, and we can consider you for future roles. The recognition as part of the Flowealth product team, that's very important. You get recognition from us. And it's gonna be really exciting. I am personally excited about this project because I feel like we're gonna get something really great, and it's also more on the impact that we will be making at the end of the day. So I'm gonna stop now for questions. Before you start rolling in your question, I just want to mention that this is our first meeting, just to give you an overview of what it's gonna look like. The next step is to have you guys group. I believe we have about 15 or so of us. Because of time difference, and also this time is actually a working time for some other people. They might be at work. We don't have everyone here, but after this meeting, we're going to be grouping you all, and we'll be having we'll be giving you options to select the suitable time to, have meetings and all of that, and you'll be discussing within your team. But we'll be grouping you based on your roles. So have all the project managers together, business analysts, data analysts. And if you notice that you have picked one or two, we will just allocate you based on availability, which is also great too. Okay, I will take questions now. All right, Oluwayemi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I just want to ask, how long is the project gonna take?
So that will be the project team determining that.
Okay.
So project is going to be based on the solution you come up with, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe you already have a visible time, maybe like a year, 6 months, something.
I can say for sure the project will not take 6 months.
Okay.
So
No,
the
just for
fact
example.
is, for this project, I don't want to think for you guys. I want you guys are here to think for yourself, right? So that's why we have project managers. You come up with timelines, you come up with all the different components to all of this, you come up with the solution, the proposed solution, right? But yes, so that's the answer. So by the next 2, 3 meetings, you already know how long it's gonna take. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I have another question, please.
go ahead, please.
Yeah, who are the student end users? Are they college students, high school, or university students? I don't know if you
So
mentioned that.
most of our students are actually um done with high school and have at least a diploma.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh, so about this side, I just have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So this meeting will be twice in a week. When we start this program, or it will be once in a week.
So after now, you'll be meeting in groups and you'll be determining when you're all available to meet.
Okay.
And you'll be meeting based on your roles. So let's say we have 2 or 3 project managers. So for the first 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
You will meet based on your role. Then after that, you start meeting as a project team.
Okay.
So most of it is going to be like project managers are supposed to just monitor tasks, monitor deliverables and everything else. So, yeah, I don't want to tell them their job, but yes. So
Okay.
they will come up with timelines, meeting,
Mhm.
schedules, ways of communication, method, and all of those other pieces that comes in the project.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. HP, do you have any questions for me? And please, what is the meaning of HP?
Sorry, I was supposed to ask how many weeks or months the program was supposed to last.
Okay. So by
But
the next 2 weeks, we should be able to know when everyone is on board and everyone knows the system we're going with.
all right.
Okay. All right, I guess let me see. Yeah. Falake, do you have any question? And
No, it's been answered already.
okay. What was the question though?
It was just about the length of the program. Yeah,
Okay.
and then the end users, like who are the students
Okay, yes.
majorly.
Okay. Merola, do you have any question? And let me know how to pronounce your name better. Romani, are you there? I think you're muted, so you need to unmute to be able to talk. Or you can just type your question if you can't talk. So people are answering this call from like a really noisy place, so it's understandable. Okay. If you have any question, please let us know. Okay, I think you're muted there. Do you have any question?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Falake.
one last thing. So for someone like me that opted in for the course coordinator, I can't find it here. Is it going to be under project managers? I just want to clarify.
We'll see what you have filled out.
All
I
right.
think you did fill a Google form and it
Yeah.
has more information. So we'll see and we'll put you accordingly.
All right. No worries. Thank you.
Yeah, great question. All right, thank you everyone. You hear from us shortly. And for each of the group, we're going to be having group leads. So we're just gonna let you know, and the group leads will just coordinate the group and just let us know. But I'm really excited for this project. Hopefully it doesn't take more than 3 months. It shouldn't, like, yeah, 3 months is just so long. But yes, like I said, it's gonna depend on the solution that we have opted in. So by the next 2 weeks, we already know what our solution is. And I'll be engaging you all in another meeting, but I'll let you know. Is everyone on WhatsApp? I don't think we use WhatsApp in Canada a lot though.
Yeah, we are. And I think you sent a group list, a WhatsApp group as well in the email. So I joined that group as well.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I joined the
Right.
group too.
Okay, awesome. All right, so if everyone is on WhatsApp, then I will create a WhatsApp group. It's really easy to like run a pool where we can select the time for our next meeting and communicate via messages. Okay, let's do that. All right, thank you everyone. I guess I'll let you guys go now and we will talk soon. Okay, bye everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.